All right, so we're diving into some really interesting stuff today. The EB-1 visa program, and I gotta say, it's got me pretty intrigued.
It's a fantastic program, really speaks to those with ambition, the desire to make a real impact globally. And, for young Africans looking to kind of broaden their horizons and share their talents, I think it's particularly relevant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What strikes me is it's not just about finding a job in the U.S., it's about getting that recognition for your talent and having a pathway to actually staying there permanently, which is huge.
Exactly. It's all about bringing in those top minds, no matter where they're from, and giving them the chance to really thrive. We're not talking just a temporary work visa here. Oh, no. This is a green card, permanent residency for you and your family, too.
Now, that's life-changing stuff.
hmm
But I think our listeners are probably wondering, what exactly makes this EB-1 visa so special? What sets it apart from all the other visa programs out there?
Well, the EB-1 really zeroes in on merit and what you've achieved, you see. It's not just about having a job offer lined up. It's about proving your skills and your accomplishments to show that you're at the top of your field globally.
So it's like saying, hey, U.S., look at everything I've done. I'm bringing something amazing to the table. I deserve a shot.
You got it. It's about recognizing your potential, seeing that the American dream is within reach.
I love that. It's all about empowering yourself and taking those first steps.
Mm.
So we know the EB-1 has these three categories: extraordinary ability, outstanding professors and researchers, and multinational managers or executives. Can you break those down for us?
Sure, let's start with extraordinary ability. This one's for the individuals who've reached the top of their field internationally. Think like Nobel Prize winners, Olympic athletes, renowned artists, people whose work has had a truly global impact.
Okay, so the creme de la creme, the top 1% of talent worldwide.
You could say that. But it's not just about fame. It's about having sustained national or international acclaim, a proven track record of extraordinary achievements in your field.
So how do you actually prove you're extraordinary?
Yeah.
I imagine the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, they've got to have a pretty strict set of criteria.
Oh, they do. They have 10 criteria laid out, and you need to meet at least 3 to qualify.
3 out of 10.
Hmm.
That's maybe a little more achievable than I first thought.
So what are some examples of these criteria?
Well, you could have received a major international award like a Nobel Prize or an Olympic medal. Maybe you've judged the work of others in your field, or you're a member of one of those prestigious associations that require outstanding achievements.
Those are some pretty high bars.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing there are some criteria that are a bit more, accessible for those of us who haven't won Olympic medals just yet.
Oh, absolutely. Some criteria focus on the impact of your work, like have you made original contributions to your field? Have you published articles or been featured in major media for your work? So it's not just about the awards, it's about showing the real-world impact of your skills. I like that. It's a nuanced approach.
And here's the real kicker. You don't actually need a job offer to apply under extraordinary ability. You can self-petition, meaning you take control of your own destiny.
Wait, self-petition. So you can just go directly to the U.S. government, show them your talents, and let your accomplishments speak for themselves.
Exactly. You're not waiting for permission. You're taking charge and building your future.
That's inspiring. It's like saying, I believe in myself and my abilities enough to take this leap.
It's a powerful statement, and it really aligns with the whole idea behind the EB-1, attracting those who are driven, motivated, and ready to contribute their unique talents to the U.S.
This is great for all those entrepreneurs, scientists, artists, innovators out there listening. This is your chance to really step up and make your mark. But let's shift gears a bit and talk about the outstanding professors and researchers category. Who's this one designed for?
This category is tailor-made for those academics who are already making a name for themselves internationally. We're talking professors who are leading their fields, publishing groundbreaking research, truly contributing to their areas of expertise.
Okay, so it's not just about having a PhD. It's about proving your excellence in academia. What are the specifics for this category?
You need at least 3 years of experience in teaching or research in your field. And you have to be coming to the U.S. for a tenure or tenure track position or a comparable research position.
Now, I know some of our listeners might not be familiar with tenure. Can you explain what that means in the academic world?
Sure, tenure is basically a permanent position offered to professors after they've gone through a trial period. It means their teaching and research are so good they've earned a lifelong appointment at the university.
So it's like the peak of your academic career, a real testament to your expertise and what you've contributed to your field.
Exactly. And that's what the Outstanding Professors and Researchers category is all about, attracting academics who are not just accomplished, but dedicated to furthering knowledge and contributing to the U.S. academic scene.
That makes sense. They're looking for people who are going to push the boundaries of their fields, shape the future of academia. But just like extraordinary ability, I'm guessing there are specific criteria here too.
Absolutely. You need to meet at least 2 out of 6 criteria this time. They're designed to assess your impact and influence in the academic community.
So what would make a professor or researcher outstanding in the eyes of USCIS? What are some of those key criteria?
Things like receiving major prizes or awards for your achievements, being a member of associations that require outstanding achievements, or having publications about your work in professional journals.
So it's about recognition from your peers, the wider academic community, showing that your work is respected and influential.
Yes, and it's also about pushing those boundaries. For example, have you made original contributions to scientific or scholarly research? Published scholarly books or articles in internationally recognized journals?
Those are impressive accomplishments.
Mm.
But there's a key difference here, right? Unlike extraordinary ability, you need a job offer for outstanding professors and researchers.
You're absolutely right. The U.S. employer, whether it's a university, a college, or a private company, they have to file the petition for you, and they have to show they can pay you the offered wage and meet some other requirements too.
So it's a team effort, the individual and the institution working together.
Exactly. It's a win-win. The individual gets to do their research or teaching in a top-notch environment, and the U.S. benefits from their expertise.
Fascinating stuff. Before we get to the last EB-1 category, can we take a moment to talk about the benefits of this program? I mean, what makes it such a big deal?
That's a great point. We're not just talking about a work visa, we're talking about a green card. That means permanent residence in the United States.
Okay, hold on. So you're saying the EB-1 is a direct path to a green card, permanent residency for you and your family.
That's exactly right. And that's just the beginning. With a green card, you have the freedom to live and work anywhere in the U.S., access to great education and healthcare, and even a path to U.S. citizenship later on.
Wow, those are some serious perks. No wonder this program is so popular. But let's be real, this has got to be super competitive, right?
It is competitive, no doubt. You need a strong track record to stand out. That's why focusing on building your expertise and gaining recognition in your field is crucial. The EB-1 program is meant to attract the best and brightest, and if you can demonstrate your exceptional abilities, you've got a real shot.
This is all super valuable information. Just a reminder for everyone listening, the details we're discussing today are for informational purposes only. Immigration law is complex. It's always best to talk to an immigration attorney for advice tailored to your situation.
Absolutely. We're giving you a general overview here to get you interested and show you the possibilities. But when it comes to your specific case, seeking expert guidance is crucial.
Couldn't agree more. Now let's delve into that final EB-1 category, multinational managers or executives. What's the story with this one?
So this category, it's for those folks who have been working for a multinational company, abroad, and they're being transferred to a managerial or executive role in the U.S. branch of that same company.
Ah, okay. So it's not necessarily about those groundbreaking achievements in a certain field, right? It's more about proven leadership, that management experience within a big global organization.
You got it. That's a really good point. This category is about those individuals who can step into a leadership position, really smoothly and help the U.S. branch succeed.
So recognizing the experience gained internationally and helping that talent flow within these companies.
Exactly, exactly. It's about understanding that expertise and leadership skills, those are valuable and they can be used anywhere in the global market.
Makes sense. What are the specific requirements for someone applying in this category then?
The big one is that you have to have worked for the company that's sponsoring you abroad for at least 1 year out of the past 3 years.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So showing a track record with that specific company that's petitioning for the transfer, what about the U.S. employer? What do they have to do?
They play a big role, They have to file something called the I-140 petition on your behalf. They got to prove they can pay the wage that's offered and meet some other requirements to show they're legit and operating here in the U.S.
So it's a real partnership then? The individual and the employer working together to make this happen?
Absolutely. And the U.S. employer, they have to have been in business for at least a year. And that job they're offering has to be a managerial or executive one. All this is to make sure the transfer is legit and that the person coming in is filling a crucial leadership spot.
So keeping the program strong and making sure it benefits both the person and the U.S. economy, right?
You got it. So there you have it. The three EB-1 categories: extraordinary ability, outstanding professors and researchers, and multinational managers or executives. I think it's safe to say they all share that drive for excellence, that desire to really contribute to the U.S.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can't forget the EB-1, it's not just a work visa, it's a ticket to that green card with all the benefits that come with it. Living and working anywhere in the U.S., access to education and healthcare, even a path to citizenship, it's huge.
It's an amazing opportunity, but like you said earlier, it is competitive. That's why having the right support, the right guidance is so important.
And speaking of support, that's where the Immigration Bridging Academy comes in, right?
Yeah.
They really specialize in helping people navigate the EB-1 process.
They're fantastic. They do these personalized consultations to see if you're eligible, help you get all the documents you need, and guide you through every single step.
It's like having a personal coach in your corner, helping you put your best foot forward.
Exactly. They know the ins and outs of the EB-1 program and can help you build a strong application that really shows off your achievements and what you can bring to the U.S.
That kind of expertise is invaluable when you're dealing with immigration. It can be so overwhelming.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone listening who's thinking, this EB-1, this sounds like it's for me. What do I do first?
Simple. Reach out to Immigration Bridging Academy and book a free consultation. It's no strings attached. You can discuss your situation, see if you're eligible, ask any questions you have.
A risk-free way to get the information, get that personalized advice, and see if the EB-1 is really the right fit for your goals.
Exactly. And you can find all the info you need to get in touch with them in the link down below.
Perfect. So if you're a talented individual, you've got big dreams, you want to make a global impact, don't hesitate. Take that first step, reach out, and see where it leads. You might be surprised what you can achieve.
I completely agree. The U.S. has always been a land of opportunity, and the EB-1 visa shows that a welcoming hand to those with exceptional skills and a passion to contribute.
Beautifully said. But, even if the EB-1 isn't the right fit, there might be other ways to get to the U.S. What are some alternative routes our listeners could look into?
You're absolutely right. The U.S. immigration system, it has a lot of options, each one for different situations and qualifications. Like, if you're really passionate about education, student visas like the F1 or J1 could be a good starting point. You can study at American universities and potentially even get some work experience through programs like OPT or academic training.
That's a great option for those who want to learn, build their skills, experience life in the U.S. It could even open doors to working there permanently later on. What about if someone already has a job offer in the U.S.?
For those folks, the H-1B visa is a common one. It's specifically for skilled professionals, and sometimes it can lead to permanent residency.
So combining work experience with the potential to stay in the U.S. long term.
Exactly. And don't forget those who are incredibly talented in the arts, entertainment, or even athletics. There's the O-1 visa for those who have achieved national or international recognition in their fields.
Interesting. So, like the EB-1's cousin, but for creative and athletic excellence.
Yeah, it shows how much the U.S. values a wide range of talent. A reminder that there are many paths to achieving that American dream.
This has been such a great conversation. We've covered so much: the EB-1 categories, alternative pathways, the importance of organizations like Immigration Bridging Academy. But before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought. It just hits me that we've been talking about all these visas and processes, but what it really comes down to is that human desire, to dream big, to push those boundaries and find those opportunities that can really change your life.
I couldn't agree more. The EB-1 visa, these other pathways, they're more than just, bureaucratic hoops to jump through. They're chances, opportunities, a whole world of possibilities opening up.
Yeah, exactly. It's a chance to learn, to grow, to contribute your talents on a global scale, and in the end, to build a better future. Not just for yourselves, but for your family, your community, everyone.
It really is. So to all those dreamers out there, the innovators, the ones who are always pushing forward, especially our young African listeners, the ones hungry for those opportunities. Remember this. Your dreams are valid. Your ambitions matter. The world needs your talents.
Don't let anyone tell you your dreams are too big. The U.S., with its history of welcoming immigrants and that spirit of innovation, it could be the perfect place for you to thrive.
That's the truth. Take that leap of faith, do your research, reach out to experts like the Immigration Bridging Academy, and see where it takes you. You never know, you might be the next success story we feature right here on The Deep Dive.
I love that. Hearing from someone who took that chance, faced those challenges, and achieved their American dream, that would be so inspiring.
It really would. A true testament to perseverance, to seeking out knowledge, and all the amazing things that can happen when we dare to dream big.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want everyone to hold on to that spark of ambition,
Mm.
fuel it with knowledge, with action, and never stop believing in the power of your dreams to change your life.
Couldn't have said it better myself. The world's full of incredible opportunities just waiting to be discovered. And who knows, maybe the EB-1 or another path to the U.S., that's the key to unlock your potential.
Thanks for joining us on this journey, exploring the world of the EB-1 visa and beyond. We hope you've learned some valuable things, gained some hope, and found that motivation to take the next step towards your future. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.